Hi garden friends, happy succulent Sunday. So I'm out here on this beautiful day out in my garden and it's nice and calm. I can hear the birds chirping. It's such a beautiful day. So I have here a hypertufa pot that I made out of a Tupperware from a Dollar Tree store a long time ago. It's in pretty good condition. It's probably 3-4 years old. It's a small one, and I'll show you the plants that I have for it. I have a beautiful Cotyledon tomentosa. This is a variegated bear paw. So as you can see, it's got cream streaks going down the leaves, and that's what makes this plant variegated. So I have two little stems here, but it's so cute because the little claws here, they're hot pink. Isn't that cute? So the lime color and the pink, such a pretty contrast, right? Very delicate plants though. They're fuzzy, so they feel like velvet, but when you get dirt on them, it's kind of hard to kind of brush it off. So I'm going to be careful with that. I also have, this is an old man cactus. So it grows this like woolly hair all over its structure there, and it's pretty lethal. It's got these really long, sharp spines that come out of it. But a really cool plant, and as you can see, I'm grabbing it by the root system. So it's not biting me at all or poking me. That's the way I like to handle them, by the root system. I also have jelly beans. These are super cute. These are a hybrid succulent plant, so it's a sedum pachyphyllum. So cute. These grow super interesting. They grow really long, thick stems, and only the top is this. So this stem will eventually grow super long. The leaves at the base here, like this leaf, like this one here, it's starting to dry up and it'll eventually fall. But it kind of grows like bonsai. You know how the bonsai plants, they kind of grow super tall and only the top is kind of like full of foliage. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you Google this plant and if you click on a mature plant, you'll see what I'm talking about. So sedum pachyphyllum jelly beans, super cute, and I have 3 little plants. And I also have, this is the last one that I have. Oh, super cute clusters here. I have 3 clusters of Anacampsero. This is the variegated kind. So they're lime green and hot pink leaves. Super cute. So the margins turn hot pink and the tips do too. The non-variegated is a dark purple and they're called sand rose. Super cute. So let's see how this arrangement turns out. So I'm going to fill this up with some soil all the way to the top. Get that twig out. All right, just a little more there. I think that's good. Maybe just a little more. Okay. There we go. I hope everyone is having a great Sunday. Out in their garden, hopefully. And I'll start with my cactus. And I'll put my cactus right in this corner here on the left. So I'll make my little well there. And I'll be careful. I'm being brave. You know, if you don't want to handle this with your bare hands, you can grab a tong, like a small tong, and handle it with that. Or you can grab a piece of thick paper and wrap it around and kind of grab it and handle it that way. Like I said, I'm going to be a little brave and I'm actually going to grab it and get it in there. Just going to be really gentle with it. Just aware where those spines are and try not to get poked by it. I'm going to press on that soil around the root ball so it can stay nice and put. And you see, it's not that bad. You know, I used to be scared of them and didn't want to like arrange with them because, you know, yeah, it hurts when you do get poked. But if you're careful, if you're patient, it'll work out. All right, so I've got my cactus in, and now I want to go for the taller one, which is the variegated bear paw. So I'm going to put this towards the back on the right side, and it's got a pretty big root system, so I'm going to make that well pretty deep there. I'm going to grab my two stems here from the top, and I'm going to be very careful. Those leaves pop off very easily. Okay, so I'm going to settle it in, grab it by the top very carefully, press on the soil so it can settle in and stay upright and not kind of droop over. All right, it's working out. That's good. All right, that worked out just fine. All right, perfect. Now I'm going to go for a jelly bean. Well, I'll go for the anacancero. I'll put one of the clusters in the center here. So let's see. So it's like 3 little plants to a cluster. And I'll kind of group them together gently. And I'll put the bigger plant towards the back. Just like that. And press on that soil around it very gently. Make sure that all those roots are down, buried under the soil. And I'll add some soil. There we go. Perfect. All right. That's working out. Just making sure that this bigger one is settled in there. Okay, now it is. It was kind of just hanging on there. All right. Good. Okay, so that's cute. It's coming together. I like how the colors are matching. They complement one another because this one has a little pink claws. Very cute. Okay, now I'll go for a jelly bean. I'll put a jelly bean right here. Okay, gotta be careful. Those little leaves pop off easily. But they also propagate by leaf easily. So don't throw the leaves away if you happen to have one. If you pop off a leaf, just put it in a nice shady area. Wait for it to grow some roots. Start spraying it with the spray bottle, and soon it'll make a pup. Now I'm gonna go for more anacancero, the sunrise. I'll put this one right here. I have another cluster. Uh-oh, that one doesn't want to stay put. All right. Hold on to it. And I'll anchor it with the other plants there. So now it's kind of staying, but now the jelly bean doesn't want to stay. Add more soil. There we go. It's looking better. But this jelly bean, yeah. All right. I'll have to put it back in there. All right. Come on. Work with me, Mr. Jellybean. Okay. So that's good. That's a little better. I made a deeper well. So that's what it needed. Just a little deeper well. Okay. Perfect. And let's see, more jelly beans. Where should I put the other jelly beans? Okay, I'm going to put another jelly bean right here. I'm going to add more soil. Add more soil. And I'm going to get this little one here. Okay. Try to anchor it with with soil around it. Okay. Maybe I added a little too much soil. All right. I'll make a little well here, and I'll put another jelly bean right across this one. Make a deeper one. Get that little twig out, or bark I should say. Put this little jelly bean right next to the cactus right there. Cute. Loving it. Oh. There we go. Okay, no, it was fine where it was. Okay. And now I've got all the space here. Well, it's not a whole lot of space, I should say. But I have, let's see, I've got this little plant here. I've got another cluster, so like that. And I still have another jelly bean. So I'm going to try my best to get them all in there somehow. So I'll get creative and start kind of putting them here and there. Start filling the little pot up with individual tiny plants, like so. Have another one here. And this one's tiny, tiny. So cute. It's tiny but full of color. Just love it. Grab it by the root there and gently poke it in there. Okay, it's working out. And I'll put like, let's see, I'll put like 2 there. Yeah. Don't want to bury that jelly bean though. But the jelly bean will definitely grow taller than the sunrise. The sunrise is, it stays low to the ground. It doesn't really get tall unless it's starting to bloom. That's when I notice when they get taller. And I'll show you an example of that, actually. Kind of forgot about this. So this sunrise, you can see that there's no pink in it because it's been protected from the sun. I keep it under a canopy. But you see these long bloom stalks? And you see how it's kind of stretched out there? So that's what I mean by it starts to get a little taller. And these are going to be blooms, and they're purple, and they have 5 petals. So pretty. I mean, and this one even gave me a little seed pod. So right in here, I don't want to have them all fall out. But in here, there's a ton of little seeds. Isn't that cool? How some blooms turn into seed pods? So cool. Such a unique plant. They're from South Africa. So very hot. They're from the South African desert. Yes. From my understanding. Okay, so I'll put another one here. And I'm not too worried about burying that jelly bean because like I mentioned, it's going to get a lot taller than the sunrise. So I'm not too worried about that. It will eventually grow. But it's really hard to plant these because they just don't stay put. Okay, they kind of do their own thing, you know? And I kind of go with the flow. I'll put another one here. This is so relaxing. It's so beautiful out here. We got some racers out here in the highway. I'm right by a highway, by the way. That's why you can always hear the cars passing by. Yeah. It's never that quiet around here because of the main boulevard, but it's all good. All right, so that's good. Okay, so it's right there, surrounded by some sunrise. I still have 2 little plants left and the other sedum. And the other sedum I'll put here in the middle here. Let's see how it looks. Maybe it'll look funky. We'll check it out. Okay. Gonna press it in there. All right. And with my knitting needle, the knitting needle helps in so many ways. All right, see that worked out. That doesn't look bad at all. It doesn't look out of place, I think. There we go. So cute. Oh, I'm loving this arrangement. So now we've got 2 more little babies here. So I'll put them kind of where I see a hole, a little spot for them. I'll put this one in here. And they're kind of, you know, they're kind of like goofy. Like they kind of bend, and they're not the easiest to handle. And they're kind of rubbery. Their texture, how they feel. Okay, and I'm gonna stick that little stem in there, make it go upright. All right, see, it takes a lot of patience when it comes to the smaller arrangements, but I'm learning. I've gotten a lot better at it. I used to like lose my cool and just give up, but hey, how are you gonna get better if you keep giving up? You just don't. You just have to keep on swimming. Keep going, you know, trial and error. All right. Can't give in to your frustrations, right? You just have to try. Keep trying. Don't give up. All right. That looks so cute. I really, really like it. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to just dust off some of this soil out of the way. Oh no, that's so cute. Okay, and I do have some stones that I want to incorporate. And these are a little different from the ones that I normally use. The other ones are a little bigger, and they're lighter in color. There's a lot of darker colors here. Like, I like that dark purple there. But let's see. I'll go around, and I'll start in the back. And I'll press on them, just being careful. Ow! With the cactus. Hey, it bit me. It's inevitable, right? Wasn't that bad though. It's bad when they stay in your skin and then they break off. Oh, I've had some experiences, let me just tell you, with cactus. One was pretty recent. It actually bit me. It poked me right here. You can kind of see the scar there, actually. So every time, it was a barrel cactus. I was working in my front yard, and I was kind of like moving the rocks around, and there was one that just went right in here. And I noticed, because I bent my finger, and I was like, oh, I can't bend my finger. And boom, there was this huge like spike coming out of it. It took me like an hour to dig it out. Horrible, because I don't use gloves when I like even do like gardening, like in my front yard where it's all in ground. I don't use gloves. I just don't feel comfortable. Or maybe I've never I haven't purchased the right gloves, maybe, because they don't fit right, you know. So hey, if anyone out there knows about some nice gloves that they like, hit me up, let me know. Yeah, because that would be the solution, to wear gloves, you know. And I've got a little bit more to go here around. And if you're still watching, thank you for tuning in. I hope this brings a little relaxation to your day, and hopefully inspires you to make a little arrangement today. All of these succulents, actually, I have on my website, suckycrafts.com, and I'll put the names on the description with the link, so it could be a lot easier for you to get to them and check them out on your own. And I'm just pressing on these right over here. And I see a hole here. And I'm going to be stubborn. Oh. And use my knitting needle. And kind of stick a few stones in there. I mean, you don't have to do this. But hey, this is a fun part for me. The stone part. Also the planting, of course. But the stones, I like. It's so like satisfying. Filling in all the little holes. It's a little crazy, I know, but trust me, once, I mean, I don't know if you make arrangements, but if you make arrangements and you put the little stones in, you know what I'm talking about. It's super satisfying to get them all in there to make them fit. And you know, the stones, you know, I like the way it looks. I think that succulents look really good with stones around them. It kind of completes the look for me. But it also helps retain moisture in the pot, and it keeps the perlite from falling out of the pot every time I water it. It keeps the perlite in there. So it's useful as well. But I'm done with this little pot, and it came out so cute. I really like it. I really like it. And I've got here a little blush brush. It's a makeup brush for blush. And I use that to kind of dust them off very carefully there. I see some perlite here, so I use my knitting needle. And I'm going to brush off the sunrise, the jelly beans. I want it to be as perfect as it can be, right? But nothing's perfect, but I try. Oh, so cute. I love all the colors, all the different colors. You know, there's a lot of pink and red, and then there's this like, there's what makes it unique, I think, is the cactus, the old man, and that little woolly hair that it grows, and then the texture of the variegated bear paw. Oh, it's so cute. And you know, the 3 little jelly beans just sticking out there and adds more texture. And I'll kind of lift it up just so you can see it a little closer. Look at that. Oh, so the jelly beans will grow nice and tall. The bear paws, they grow nice and tall as well. And hopefully this one will get a little chubbier once I start giving it some water. And the anacampsero, the sunrise, will keep spreading and mounding. Hopefully it'll bloom soon since the other ones are blooming. But I hope that you enjoyed this little arrangement. And I hope you have a great Sunday. And until next time, bye, garden friends.